What do you think about the idea that Nowruz is a bad time for the uprising because most Nowruz people, Tehran is basically empty. A lot of people leave Tehran, so there's not enough people to do the uprising with. What do you think about that?
One, you already know this.
Yeah,
Tehran is
yeah,
basically empty, and people are not really coming out anyway.
right. So you
Also,
think this? You said yesterday. You said this Nowruz is different from other.
this news is completely different. Yeah. So
Yeah,
we have to keep in mind that with a single message from the Shah Suddet, everything can change. But people aren't leaving. They told people, hey, we're gonna open up the roads. You guys should leave Tehran. We're doing everything the opposite of whatever the regime wants. We're gonna do that.
mm,
And this Nowruz
hopefully.
is a identity event. Everyone knows that. Like, I'm thinking, Shahzada Reza Pahlavi comes out with a message on Nowruz. Today we are going to begin this year, you know, very like prideful and everything like that, and people are going to be like, yeah, this is the new year. This is the year that we get liberated and stuff like that. I think it's more of a psychological battle at this point than it is a military battle.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I hope you're right. I hope you're right. So, but we'll see. I mean, I know that time is on our side. I don't want to rush it though, because I'm getting more and more reports that as time goes by, their regime forces are getting weaker and weaker. They're panicking. They're very demoralized, and they're losing motivation faster. And our side, I know things are tense for our side. However, I knew that they're getting more motivated to show up. So life is getting difficult. Things are getting more expensive. Things are not available. The streets are very, security forces in the streets are harassing people. So I know it's bad, but based on what I'm seeing, they're not losing their motivation to. In fact, that the hardship is making them more eager to for the Princess of Pahlavi's call to action. It's basically adding to the motivation. It's not reducing to the motivation. They can't wait for it. So I feel like our side is gaining motivation and their side is losing motivation. So if it takes a while, I don't see it as a loss, because I see it as waiting for the call to action for it to happen when they're at their lowest and we are at our highest. So time is on our side.
The unfortunate thing about that is that it's based on the assumption that things continue the way that they are continuing. My
Right.
worry with this is that it gets so bad for the Basijis and the IRGC that they just start turning to looting people's homes or killing people on the streets just indiscriminately. So as long as things continue this way, I'm all for it.
Mm.
But I think we're going to push them to a point where we know just how like illiterate, stupid, and idiotic and retarded these people are. I don't imagine it's going to take much longer to force them to just revert to animalistic tendencies, and that's what I'm worried about.
Wow. Ali, I really loved your logical, you the way that you basically look at all of this thing. You step back, you think outside of the box. Your framing of it just makes everything so clear when you talk about things. I really appreciate that. I hope like you're interested in maybe like doing like after all of this is over, like right, doing some live streams with me, with going over some I would love to have you as a co-host.
Well, yeah,
It's really
Armin. Actually,
yeah,
I've told you this, but I'm going to Iran as soon as possible,
yeah, yeah.
and I've narrowed down my criteria. I want to work in the foreign affairs office, but yeah, we're almost there. I think if everything continues this way, which is the ingenuity of Prince Reza Pahlavi, which he has had 47 years to think about this. He's thought about every single like a branch will split. He knows exactly if this splits this way, I'm doing this. And
Mm.
you can see that to his perfect emotional control every time these stupid reporters ask him these repetitive questions, to the way that he knows what the Iranian people are feeling at any given moment, and he comes out with those messages at the perfect time. We are so blessed to have this. It would never have worked. Imagine if Masih Ali Nejad was the leader of the opposition, we would never have gotten this far, because Bibi and Trump would never have had the trust to to name the operation Roaring Lion or Epic Fury, because Epic Fury is it's the fury of the Iranian people. It's not just the United States military going in and dropping bombs. It's us.
You're right. You're right. You're right. I do. That's the sense that I got when he mentioned, when he called it Epic Fury. Like, I felt like he must be referring to our fury as well, because I don't know. I got that sense. So I'm glad that you think that as well.